Hello, Battleborn. We are going to go through the algorithm mission here. These are the legendary items that can drop in the algorithm. This is the first story mode mission after prologue. The first boss you encounter is Henchman. On normal mode, he has a chance of dropping the Henchman's capacitor, which gives you reduced buildable cost, some shield pen, and then the buildables that you make gain 100 shield strength when you build them or upgrade them. So this means all tiers. On advanced mode, you can drop the Bunker Buster, which gives you some shield pen, some reload speed, and you deal bonus damage to shields equal to 65% of your shield penetration rating. So let's just assume that you had a 100% shield penetration rating for some whatever reason. You would do 65% of that shield pen, which is 100. Okay, so I guess 65 damage would be applied, bonus damage to shields. Okay, now the thing is that the shield pen, by its nature, will not actually damage the shields. It'll damage some of the target's health. So that bonus damage is absolutely bonus that damages the shield as well as the health. So you do 100 damage, let's say, to the health, and you would do 65 damage to the shield. So you do a total of 165 damage while they had that shield up. Pretty good. Jeff is the second boss in the algorithm. On normal mode, he drops the firmware update 1.15c, or firmware update Isaac, if you read the numbers as letters. It's a good timepiece. This is a really good timepiece because you get cooldown reduction, you get some sprint speed, but the main thing is the tertiary effect here for Legendary is activating skills has a 30% chance to reduce all active cooldowns by 4 seconds. Now, the character that I keep thinking of that this shines, just absolutely shines on, is Arendi. It's amazing on Arendi because she uses skill damage all the time. 4 seconds cooldown would be insane for her, and it just happens a lot. So 30% chance is 1 in 3, just a little bit less than 1 in 3 chance of a proc where it reduces your cooldowns by 4 seconds. Really nice. On advanced mode, you get the Shield Web Interdictor, which is a pretty good sword. You have a skill damage primary, shield secondary, but skill hits will prevent a shield from charging for 10 seconds. So if you use skill damage, let's say volleys, or you have a sunspot snipe, or you use a rift, or even firestorm. If you hit somebody with a slow, anything like that, you tag them with some sort of skill damage, or some sort of damage that had come from the skills. Even Galilea's aura. That will prevent an enemy's shield from charging for 10 seconds. Now, normally it takes 5 seconds before your shield starts to proc. So if you're doing damage to somebody, do some shield damage, and you run around the corner, technically your shield will start to recharge and will be charging while theirs is not, and you can run back around and finish them off or whatever, re-engage. Alright, third boss in this level is Galactic Emperor. On normal mode, he drops the Poor Impulse Controller, which gives you 11% chance to critical damage, some movement speed, and then when you kill an enemy, it causes them to explode for 67 damage to nearby enemies, which is actually quite nice if you have minion waves in the middle of everything, because one will blow up, one will die, it'll make an AoE blow up, then you can kill another one, it'll die, it'll AoE blow up, etc. And so that damage causes the other ones to die. It could cascade. It's kind of cool. I mean, it'd be really nice if that did. But it does an AoE damage. It used to be if you killed an enemy with a critical hit, but it just didn't ever proc. So this change since the winter update is really nice. It makes it very useful for wave clear. Hate Factor is what drops on the advanced mode. This gives you cooldown reduction, so sprint speed. But then whenever you're under 30% health, a CC effect cast on you will have basically a 1 in 3 chance to be mirrored back onto the attacker. Okay, so what this means is if you are stunned, it has a 35% chance of it not affecting you, but affecting whoever casts it on you. If you're being slowed, it could affect the caster. If you're being a knock-up, it can affect the caster. if you're see what I'm saying? I think even geyser bubble. It would be very, very odd to see a geyser reflect, but the in general the CC effect, so a slow, a stun, a knockup, that sort of thing, it does not affect you. It will affect the attacker when you're below 30% health. It's interesting. It used to be only about 6% chance to proc, so they absolutely fixed this to where it's a 1/3 chance. Worth giving it a shot. Okay, now to Isaac. On normal mode, he drops the pacifier, which is attack damage, some shield strength as a secondary, and then if you damage an enemy, which with anything, regular attack, skill attack, or anything, any type of damage, it lowers that target's attack damage by 10% for 5 seconds. So this is what we call a weaken. So it applies a weaken of 10% weaken to the target for 5 seconds. Now, if you don't know this, a weaken puts triangles around. Well, used to be blue triangles around them. I think they've changed with the Winter's update. But it puts a little status effect on the actual character. So if you happen to hit, like, say, a Pendles or an Oscar Mike or a Yandy who's in stealth, or even a Shane who's in stealth, with some sort of damage, you can actually see them because of the status effect that's around their character. So just so you know, this is really nice for a lot of different reasons, but it acts as a proxy or a let's say a synthetic or poor man's reveal, because you don't see them, but you see the status effect around them. So stealthers beware. The other item Isaac drops in normal mode is the Plansmite Transducer, as damage reduction, some shield recharge delay. Your shield recharge delay is normally 5 seconds, so half a second is not terrible. And then you also gain shards equal to 5% of the damage you've taken. Now this actually, this is great, because this actually works on Firestorm. So if you overheat with Montana and you take damage, that will actually proc this. However, what will not proc this is shield dumping. So if you have Cleese and you dump your shields into mortars, if you jump your shields as the Andy or some other characters, dumping your shields will not proc this. It used to, but it will not proc it anymore. But if you take a lot of damage, this just allows you to stay in lane and just make money, so you don't ever have to leave lane. Algorithm on Isaac Advanced mode, he drops the Hostile Takeover EXE. This gives you some crit damage, some maximum shields strength, and critical hits prevent enemies' shields from charging for 10 seconds. Well, the shield web interdictor was that skill damage would cause it to not recharge for 10 seconds. Now this one's skill hits will cause it to not recharge for 10 seconds. So, and you can technically have both of those items on at the same time if you really wanted to. So you can basically keep someone's shield from recharging. Now, what that doesn't affect is a skill invoked recharge. So, like a Shane and Oryx has the ability to start their shields recharging at the conclusion of a skill, or a Rendy can do that with her Nullify. Those will invoke the shield recharge, regardless of the delay that's on them. But otherwise, that will keep them from a natural shield recharge kicking in. The other advanced item is Alamo 7 Armor. This gives you some damage reduction, some reload speed, and then once every 2 minutes, you get 2 seconds of damage immunity when under 10% health. So a couple things on this. One is that the damage immunity means, just like if you see bosses where they have that orange glow around them, you're going to get that orange glow around you. Now, you may not see it because you only see your hands or arms, but you do get a glow around you for 2 seconds. And 2, it only procs when you're under 10% health. So in other words, if you're at 15% health and somebody hits you for more than 15% health, and they would kill you, this doesn't proc to interrupt that kill. You have to have landed in your health zone between 1 and 9.99% health. Okay, so anyway, so that's that. But if you have a large health pool, or if you need that emergency every now and then, that could help. It's 2 seconds, so that's pretty cool. It's a nice passive. So there's your items you get from Algorithm. Again, Henchman gives you the Henchman's Capacitor in normal, Bunker Buster in advanced. Jeff gives you the firmware update on normal, Shield Web Interdictor in advanced. Galactic Emperor gives you the Poor Man Impulse, a Poor Impulse Controller on it normal, the Hate Reflector in advanced. Isaac gives you the Pacifier or the Plasmite Transducer when running in normal, and Hostile Takeover Exia gives you, or in advance you get Hostile Takeover or the Elmo 7. And just final note, if you run in advanced modes, you do have the chance of dropping normal items as well.